Hello students, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to discuss 50 most important questions on Jawaharlal Lal Nehru which are very important for many competitive exams. So be with this video till the end. If you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon so that you can get more such videos. What distinguished contribution did Jawaharlal Nehru make to the Indian national movement? Options are given to you. You have to select the correct option. The correct option for this question is option B, drafting international resolution for the Congress Working Committee. Nehru played a significant role in shaping the international outlook of the Indian national movement, drafting crucial resolution on world affairs for the Congress Working Committee. Where did Nehru attend a conference related to anti-imperialism? The correct option is option B, Brussels. Nehru participated in the Brussels Conference on Anti-Imperialism, where he envisioned India's struggle for freedom as part of a larger global movement against imperialism. How did Nehru attract various segments of society to the nationalist movement? The correct option is option C, by emphasizing the struggle for social equality and freedom from poverty. Nehru's repeated statements focused on the national struggle not just for political freedom but also for social equality and liberation from poverty, drawing in socialist, communist, trade union representatives and peasants to the nationalist movement. What aspect did Nehru add to the Indian freedom struggle? The correct option is option B, economic content. Nehru infused the Indian freedom struggle with economic substance by emphasizing the need for freedom from poverty and social equality alongside political independence. Which committee was responsible for the formulation of resolutions on global affairs under Nehru's guidance? The correct option is option C, Congress Working Committee. Nehru played a pivotal role in formulating resolutions on world affairs for the Congress Working Committee, showcasing his international outlook within the Indian national movement. What ideological influence greatly impacted Nehru's thinking? The correct option is option B, Marxism. Nehru was greatly influenced by Marxist philosophy, which gave a new direction to his understanding of Indian society and history. Which country did Nehru visit to understand socialist economy dynamics? The correct option is option C, Russia. Nehru's visit to Russia provided him with insights into the workings of a socialist economy and allowed him to compare it with Western capitalism. Who had a significant impact on Nehru due to his application of Marxist in Russia? The correct option is option C, Vladimir Lenin. Nehru held Lenin in his regard for applying Marxism in a backward society like Russia and achieving a total transformation. What similarity did Nehru observe between India's problems and Russia's past challenges? The correct option is option D, comparable challenges in industrialization and education. Nehru believed that India's problems mirrored those faced by Russia in the past and could be resolved through a similar approach to industrialization and education. How did Nehru view the USSR's experience in solving societal issues? The correct option is option C, as a valuable lesson for India. Nehru advocated learning from the USSR's experience in industrialization and education as a model for solving India's similar challenges. According to Nehru, what was essential for strengthening Indian democracy? The correct option is option C, multiple social and ideological groups. Nehru believed that the presence of multiple social and ideological groups would bolster Indian democracy, promoting pluralism as an ideological foundation for individual liberty and societal harmony. What ideological model did Nehru envision for India's societal and political structure? The correct option is option B, democratic socialism. Nehru advocated for a model of democratic socialism that aligned with Indian traditions and ethos, drawing inspiration from Fabian socialism and believing in the parliamentary system as a means to achieve socialism. What did Nehru emphasize as the primary function of religion in public life? The correct option is option D, no function in public life, especially in politics. Nehru advocated for the complete separation of religion from public life, particularly politics, asserting that religion should not influence or play a role in political affairs. How did Nehru view the growth of majority communalism in politics? The correct option is option C, a potential transition into fascism. Nehru believed that majority communalism could transform into fascism, indicating his concerns about the dangers posed by the dominance of communal forces in politics. What significant role did Nehru play in shaping India's constitution? The correct option is option C, promoting secularism and equal rights for all religious groups. Nehru's contribution to the formulation of the Indian Constitution was marked by his effort to establish secularism and provide equal rights to all religious communities, maintaining the nation's secular and democratic nature. What did Nehru's secular thinking primarily contribute to in India's governance? The correct option is option B, secular and democratic state governance. Nehru's emphasis on secularism contributed significantly to the Indian state's foundation as a secular and democratic entity, ensuring equal rights for all religious groups within the country. What was Nehru's role in countering Hindu fanaticism after Gandhi's assassination? The correct option is option B. He weakened them through ideological opposition. Nehru led a relentless ideological fight against Hindu fanatics after Gandhi's assassination, which contributed to their political and administrative weakening. What was Jawaharlal Nehru's stance regarding the nationalization of private capital? The correct option is option B. He opposed nationalization of private capital. Nehru did not favor the nationalization of private capital but believed in a mixed economy where both public and private sectors could collaborate to address societal issues. According to Nehru's economic vision, what role did he envision for the public sector? The correct option is option C, commanding heights in the economy. Nehru aimed for the public sector to have a significant role in the economy, especially in key areas like heavy industries such as steel and oil resources exploitation. What was Nehru's rationale behind emphasizing the role of the public sector in certain industries? The correct option is option C, to create an equalitarian society. Nehru's industrialization plans aimed at creating an equalitarian society, and he believed that big industries with advanced technology could play a crucial role in achieving this goal. Which economic approach did Nehru reject in favor of a mixed economy model? The correct option is option A, unregulated capitalism. Nehru opposed the idea of an unregulated capitalist economy based solely on profit making, favoring a mixed economy where both public and private sectors collaborate to address societal issues rather than letting the market economy determine the character of the economy. What did Nehru believe about the relationship between the national economy and Indian nationalism? The correct option is option B. Nationalism could be strengthened by a robust national economy. Nehru believed that a strong national economy was essential to fortify Indian nationalism and prevent economic subversion by foreign powers. How did Nehru perceive the potential threat to India's political independence post 1947? The correct option is option B. He foresaw the risk of economic subversion by foreign powers. He foresaw the risk of economic subversion by foreign powers. Nehru was concerned about India's political independence could be undermined by foreign powers through economic penetration, leading to India's gradual conversion into a semi colony. Which term describes Nehru's vision of developing Indian agriculture? The correct option is option B, Green Revolution. Nehru advocated for a green revolution in Indian agriculture with limited assistance from the West as a part of India's economic development plans. What were the key steps Nehru believed were crucial for developing India's national economy? The correct option is option D, national planning, agricultural revolution, and heavy industry development with international cooperation. Nehru outlined the three criterial steps for India's economic development: national planning for economic growth and wealth distribution, agricultural revolution with some Western assistance, and the development of heavy industries like steel and oil exploration with Soviet Union aid. What was Nehru's view regarding India's economic dependence on the Soviet Union? The correct option is option C. He supported limited collaboration with the Soviet Union. Nehru favored cooperation with the Soviet Union for specific sectors like the development of heavy industries such as steel and oil exploration, but he emphasized the India's need for self-reliance and diversification in economic relations. What was Jawaharlal Nehru's stance regarding the role of science and technology in India's economic development? The correct option is option C. He emphasized the extensive use of science and technology for economic growth. Nehru believed that India's economic power and independence could be achieved through the widespread application of science and technology. How did Nehru believe India could resist foreign pressures? The correct option is option C, by developing its science and technology capabilities. Nehru advocated for India's resistance to foreign pressures by developing its science and technology capacities to achieve self-reliance. What did Nehru believe was essential for India's cultural and societal advancement? A strong background in scientific research. Nehru emphasized that India's cultural advancement required a strong foundation in scientific research in various fields. How did Nehru view the significance of technical advancement in India's pursuit of independence? The correct option is option B. He believed it was essential for India to be technically advanced to achieve genuine independence. Nehru believed that India's genuine independence could only be achieved by becoming a technically advanced country. According to Nehru, what was one of the reasons India resisted signing the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty? The correct option is option D. India's need to retain the option for self-defense and peaceful nuclear energy. Nehru's vision for India included developing nuclear energy for peaceful purposes and retaining the option for self-defense, which influenced India's stance on signing the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. What was Nehru's intention behind promoting a scientific outlook in India? The correct option is option C, to weaken irrational tradition and promote a bourgeois outlook based on contract. Nehru aimed to weaken India's irrational traditions and replace them gradually with a bourgeois outlook based on contract through the promotion of a scientific outlook. How did Nehru view the impact of a scientific approach on human life and society? The correct option is option B. He believed it revolutionized human life and led to radical changes. Nehru saw the scientific approach as revolutionary, opening doors for radical changes and advancement in human life and society. According to Nehru, what was the potential risk associated with an isolated India in terms of its economic and political perspective? The correct option is option B. Conflict escalation due to increased acquisitive tendency. Nehru believed that an isolated India could lead to increased acquisitive tendency by other nations, creating conflicts. He emphasized the importance of cooperative relations rather than isolation. Arrange the following in the sequence of Nehru's preference in foreign policy. First, non-alignment and independence from power blocks. Then, formation of a new power bloc by non-aligned. Then, alignment with Western imperialist bloc. Membership in the Soviet Socialist bloc. Correct option is option C. Nehru prioritized non-alignment and independence from power blocs, proposed the idea of non-aligned countries forming a new power bloc, and opposed alignment with both the Western imperialist bloc and the Soviet socialist bloc. What was the primary emphasis of Nehru's foreign policy? The correct option is option B, non-alignment and independence from power blocs. Nehru's foreign policy primarily emphasized non-alignment and independence from power blocs as a means to safeguard India's progress and promote world peace. Which among the following foreign policy approaches did Nehru not support? The correct option is membership in the Soviet Socialist bloc. Nehru advocated for non-alignment and independence from both the Western imperialist bloc and the Soviet socialist bloc. He proposed the idea of non-aligned countries forming a new power bloc rather than aligning with existing ones. Nehru advocated for India's non-alignment with any power blocs in international politics. He believed alignment would not only hinder India's progress but also undermine world peace. The correct option is option A. Both assertion and region are true, and the region is the correct explanation of the assertion. Nehru firmly believed that India's alignment with any power bloc would hinder not just India's progress but also global peace. He advocated for non alignment and believed that aligning with any power bloc would not serve the larger interest of world peace. Which among the following best align with Nehru's approach to international relations after India's independence? The correct option is option D, supporting the division of powerful states into two blocs. Nehru was against the division of powerful states into two blocs and opposed the Cold War dynamics. He aimed to reduce international tension and mediated conflict between conflicting blocs, emphasizing a more natural and non aligned stance in international relations. Which of the following Indian prime ministers was known for his passion for writing and authored the famous book The Discovery of India? This is Jawaharlal Nehru. Option D is the correct option. Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister, was not only a prominent political figure but also an avid writer. He authored the book The Discovery of India, which was published in 1946. This book provides an insightful account of Indian history, culture, and philosophy. Nehru's literary work aimed to delve into the rich heritage of India and its journey through the ages, making it a significant contribution to understanding the country's past. Arrange the following books authored by Jawaharlal Nehru in chronological order of their original publication. Let us see the book from the earliest to latest. Letters from a Father to His Daughter. It was published in 1929. Glimpses of World History. It was published in 1934. An Autobiography Toward Freedom. It was published in 1936. Then The Discovery of India. It was published in 1946. Correct option is option A. Arrange the following events in the life of Jawaharlal Nehru in chronological order. First, educated in England at Harrow School and Trinity College, Cambridge. Then became a barrister and trained in law at the Inner Temple. Enrolled at Allahabad High Court. Then became Congress President and called for complete independence from British Raj. Option B is the correct option. Who delivered the iconic speech titled Tryst with Destiny on the night of India's independence on 15th August 1947? It was Jawaharlal Nehru, so option B is the correct option. Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of independent India, delivered the renowned speech Tryst with Destiny at midnight on August 14, 1947. Among the following personalities whose writing did not significantly influence Jawaharlal Nehru's political and economic thinking during his time at Trinity College, Cambridge. The correct option is option D, Mahatma Gandhi. Nehru went to Trinity College, Cambridge in October 1907 and graduated with an honors degree in natural science in 1910. During this period, he studied politics, economics, history, and literature with interest. The writing of Bernard Shaw, H. G. Wells, John Maynard Keynes, Bertrand Russell, Lois Dickinson, and Meredith Towns molded much of his political and economic thinking. What did V.R. Nanda attribute as the foundational catalyst for Jawaharlal Nehru's significant intellectual quest, ultimately culminating in his renowned work, The Discovery of India? The correct option is option D, his exploration of Buddhist and Hindu scriptures. According to B.R. Nanda, Nehru's deep dive into Buddhist and Hindu scriptures played a pivotal role in laying the groundwork for his extensive intellectual quest. This exploration served as a crucial influence that ultimately led Nehru to pen The Discovery of India, a seminal work that explores India's history, culture, and heritage. Nehru's drafted policies included the aim of nationalization of industries. He believed in socialist principles and envisioned state control over key industries for equitable growth. The correct option is option A. Both assertion and reason are correct, and the reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Jawaharlal Nehru was inclined towards socialist principles and envisioned a future India with state control over key industries to ensure equitable growth and development. Hence, the assertion regarding the inclusion of the nationalization of industries in his policies aligns with his socialist ideology. Which session of the Congress Party ratified Nehru's fundamental rights and economic policy resolution, including the core principles, in 1931? The correct option is option C, Karachi session. The Congress Party session held in Karachi in 1931, chaired by Vallabhbhai Patel, ratified Nehru's fundamental rights and economic policy resolution. This session endorsed the core principles laid out by Nehru, solidifying the party's commitment to these ideals for a future India. Among the following, which aim was not part of the core principles in Nehru's drafted policies for the future Indian nation in 1929? Promotion of monarchy. Jawaharlal Nehru's drafted policies in 1929 included various aims such as the abolition of untouchability, nationalization of industries, introduction of adult franchise, and several other principles. However, the promotion of monarchy was not a part of this principle. What was Jawaharlal Nehru's nickname during his time at Harrow, a leading school in England? The correct option is option B, Joe. During his institutional schooling at Harrow, Jawaharlal Nehru was nicknamed Joe. At what age was Nehru initiated into the Theosophical Society by family friend Annie Besant? The correct option is option B, 13. Annie Besant, a family friend, initiated Nehru into the Theosophical Society at the age of 13, marking a significant phase in his exploration of philosophical and spiritual ideas. Thank you for watching.